Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for SPX6900 virtuals and HBAR price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with SPX here on the daily, where we have the all-time history. Here we have a 1-2, another 1-2, 3-4, and a 5. Potential wave 3 finished over there, so we are looking at an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This wave 5, of course, needs of course a trigger there, but currently, if we are still looking for an extended wave 5 here as a potential diagonal, can be because we took the 886 right now within this lower prices, this week. And obviously that this wave is not yet finished, I would say, on the daily here. It looks like somehow a 1, 2, 3 here. Knowing that this can be, of course, a wave 4 shallow, so I would say also it can be a finished impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and especially that you can count here 3 waves. Despite that, it looks, of course, shallow wave 4, and on the bigger time frame, you cannot see a green candle here for wave 4, so probably that this is your wave 4 and a 5. But basically, internally, you can see it clearly as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5 here. So very likely that it might be finished there. By taking the 886, meaning, of course, a little bit low possibility here to unfold something impulsive, I would say. But this 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, we are looking here potentially at this diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 ending diagonal. In case the wave 2 wants to take the 886 only without taking the low. Yeah, so we didn't take the low yet. There is a very tiny gap here, and we start to push towards the upside. Now, we'll see, of course, how much it's going to hold, knowing that the 886 always is, of course, a weakness, and that we might take the low sooner or later. But anyway, it can be, of course, the ending diagonal, and then, of course, we take the low anyway. However, if this is the case, well, we might push for higher, but we need a better indication for this. We need, of course, an impulse on the micro level. We need something very impulsive, and to see a 1, 2 and breaking, of course, the wave 1 high here, and to push for higher to start to think bullish. Yeah, so we cannot yet, of course, think totally bullish here. We're still, of course, estimating the situation. So by all means, right now, even if it is a wave 4, I would say it is the area where you want to see, of course, a push toward the upside. By all means, if you have a 1, 2, 3 here, wave 4, it has reached the 0.23, the red zone here, which is our testing area, and it might unfold something for higher, but preferably, of course, to take the low, because your wave 4 has to be here an ABC, of course, expanding flat, A, B, and a C, knowing that the wave C can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Even if you want to count this 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, that is potential one more low. That's why, of course, be careful. It might be, of course, a small retracement and then pushing for one more low there for wave 4, which is the highest possibility, honestly. Now, on the 1-hour chart, let's dive inside it. On the 1-hour chart, we can see also after hitting this area, we have hit perfectly our targets there. We have multiple targets, and of course, the one in precision and the general targets there. Because we have several 1, 2s, so very likely that we bottomed here for the wave C as well. We bottomed also wave 5, potential wave Y, which is, of course, that you might have here a WX and a Y, WX and a wave Y in 3 waves there. And then, of course, pushing for something for higher. Now, this cannot be really a wave 1 or a motive wave. Again, wave 4 interfere was zone 1. The wave 4 interfere, so meaning invalidation of impulse. You cannot count it as expanding diagonal, wave 5 shorter than wave 3. Also as a leading diagonal or contracting diagonal, it's impossible. Wave 3 is very, very longer than wave 1. Therefore, very likely that this is a corrective wave, A and B and a C at least. If we are in a wave C, well, you are requested so even one more push toward the downside to create 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 impulse here. That of course it might unfold, but very, very I would say very far possibility for me. Highest possibility can be, of course, one more low here on the lower time frame, taking the low a little bit here, Once taking the low, this of course can be a trigger to push really toward the upside in a wave 5, because we have the wave 4, the major wave 4 finished over there. Yep, so these are the possibilities here for SPX on the 1 hour time frame. We can see, of course, this push toward the upside. It is impulsive, of course. And yeah, we still see, of course, here potential zigzag. So we want to estimate the 1-to-1 fib level. This is our key level right now. If we break it and we push for higher, well, then okay, we start to go bullish here in a wave 3. We want to reach, of course, the 1.618, then having wave 4 correction, and then wave 5. And once this happens, okay, we're gonna call a wave 1 here, and then of course going for wave 2, and then continuation, simply bullish toward the upside. Now this can repeat anyway everywhere where you can take the low, meaning even if we take one more low here, by having one more impulse, one low, this can happen, of course, again the same. So that is very, very likely as well. This is what I'm looking for the bullish guys. So yeah, let's watch the 1-to-1 fib level. We'll see the reaction. If we push down again, that means of course one more low, but very likely that we push really high again from there. That was it for SPX. Let's see virtuals also on the all-time history. For virtuals, we are looking here at an impulse toward the upside. 5 waves. 1, 2, and then we're looking for the wave 3. The wave 4 is still unfolding, and a wave 5 can be, of course, unfolding toward the upside. However, because of the timing here, very, very long time based on the wave 2 here. Well, it is a long time, but okay. Wave 4 is much, much longer than it. And of course, we are looking therefore much more likely for wave B there, meaning of course 3 waves as an A, a B, and a C potentially to hit the 1-to-1 fib level at $17 for virtuals here. And very likely that this WXNY can be your wave B here, and you got already an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We're still ranging here for wave 2, which is in the perfect fib level on the daily here. We're still in the perfect fib level for wave 2 as potential ABC here. Very short ABC potentially, but yeah, don't forget that this can, of course, can somehow develop further. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here, wave 5 can be still missing one more wave there. Let me check it. Yeah, definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So I'm still looking for one more low as well for virtuals here after finishing up, of course, is this wave 4 over there. If we dive inside it as well, we can see, of course, on the 2-hour chart, we took the 0.618, which is our target for a potential wave C in a zigzag when you have, of course, a short wave C. By all means, even one more low here is very, very likely that it is aiming on the short wave C there, and then we start to push toward the upside. In case it wants to develop, it can still take, of course, the 1-to-1 there to finish a WXNY and then pushing for higher again. Or I would say a zigzag here, not WXNY, a very perfect wave C, I would say. But yeah, so I believe that on the 1 hour here, we are still corrective a little bit. We're still looking for wave 4. Also, I would say let's watch the price, what is going to do around this key level, which is very close anyway. So if we overshoot it, that means, of course, we're potentially bullish flipping here. If the price stays below it, then okay, we are bearish there. And we are going to get one more low as well for virtuals. Yep, so to be watched, $0.66. This is for virtuals. Let's go for HBAR. HBAR also on the all-time history. We have the following scenario, which is, of course, a potential impulse finished as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1 or wave A, very deep correction, WX and a Y. We got a wave B here and potentially starting to, yeah, I mean, this is definitely something very, very complex. I can't call it something even as an expanding diagonal here. It's very, very hard to call it, honestly. I see it, of course, something as WX and a Y here can be finished, and we're still looking for something for lower somehow to finish up here, kind of like a big, very massive WX and a Y, I would say, for Hedera. This wave there is a 3 waves so far. Now, if it's want to make it as an A, B, and a C here, therefore you need, of course, 5 waves down. And that means you want to take the low, which is very, very low here. And of course, so far the 1-to-1 fib level, which is taken from the A, B, and a C here, has been hit. We're very close to the wick anyway, so I would say the wick is one of the most important signal that it means, of course, bullish there in case we take the low of it. But I think, yeah, we took it. We took it. So, yeah, very likely that we might start to see something, despite that, yeah, it looks like still potentially looking for something here as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But even if you are in W, X, and a wave Y, your wave Y is an A, B, and a C. Well, let's say the wave C wants to end up. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, still missing something. Yeah, we still need one more low at least here, in a 4 and a 5 potentially, or in diagonal. Yeah, to finish up, of course, this wave C and topping down. Now, if we are in a wave Y, yes, we can be done and finished here in 3 waves. If we are in a wave Y, it can be like WX and a Y, smaller one, or ABC, let's say. And then you have a WX and a wave Y, 3 waves. Yeah, so this can be very likely a bottom for it, in case we push really bullish there. However, on the 1 hour chart as well, we're gonna estimate the key level taken from the A to the B to the C here. In case we have correction, we want to see, of course, the reaction there. Maybe this was it. Maybe this is a reaction that has started from there without like even overpassing it a little bit. So we got to be careful. If the price keeps to dropping down here below this fib level, 0.095, then okay, we might still looking for lower here for Hedera. Yep, so these are the updates for SPX6900, virtuals, and HBAR. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.